This is Eddie Clone, EC Details, back with an episode. Thank you for staying up to date with the channel. If you haven't yet, we'll get this out of the way. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. These take a while to make. Today, we're gonna go over the 1 month update of Can It Survive Winter with 4 coatings, 2 wheel coatings, and then we got bead here on the hood. So I do wanna walk you through what we're using, but let's talk about what's happened in the last 2 weeks. We'll look at the weather here. So it went from snow, rain, snow, to snow, no snow, to rain, no snow again, then mud. Now it's like 90 degrees outside. So I'm not sure what El Nino's doing. I'm not sure what's happening. But anyway, the car is dirty. The car has been exposed to mud, dirt, grime, all that jazz. And we have driven it about 600 miles since then. You're like, where do you go? We use the Tesla for everything around town. We'll go to Idaho Falls, which is about 45 miles there and back. And then, yeah, let me show you the car. We'll show you the chemicals we're gonna use. And I do want to state this. These chemicals for a 1 month wash, it's too much, but I'm doing it for you all. I'm doing it to remove any type of excuses. Well, you didn't decon it, you didn't really do an acidic wash, things of that nature. We're gonna go through what we're gonna use, but let's look at the car first. So we have the bottom part, and this is where your Cerakote is at. That is all road film. This is Kronos. Kronos has some good self-cleaning properties. You can tell by the dirt here and the dirt there. This is the back of the wheel. And then this is the back of the Tesla where we have OP7. This is the mirror. This part got hit pretty hard here. So we have a bunch of road grime. This has stoners on this side. And all these black lines are just shadows, but if you look here, I just scratched my car. Anyway, yeah, you see that? And then we have ADS here, and owner's pride here. See that the car is real dirty? You can see it's gonna need some high pH soap to get the film out. I could probably hit it with a pH neutral soap, get that out on rinseless. I'm for sure I know I can get that out. But for this, here's the chemicals we're gonna use, the reason why, so on and so forth. All right, so what we're gonna use for the wash today, we're gonna use a couple of things. I wanted to go as neutral as possible, meaning not use anything that you can't get or hasn't been used online a lot. I know that Purifica Premium 3 pH will probably be the best scenario, but like I said, this is totally overkill. All this stuff, overkill. Like I'll probably just use that, keep it moving, right? But this is just so we can remove the excuses of, well, Eddie, you didn't really maintain the coating right. You didn't really do a decon bath and things of that nature. So if you haven't used Crystal Wash yet, Jamie10, pnsproducts.com. Link in the description below. This stuff is bussin'. It doesn't smell bad. We're gonna spray that on first. I always use a sprayer for it. I use the sprayer because it gets the job done quicker. We're gonna use Citron from Vonix, high pH soap. We're gonna use D-Scale. This is an acidic wash. And then in the bucket, we're gonna use Envy Snow regular because this stuff is pH neutral, smells amazing. So I have about 50 mils. I'm gonna put that in my bucket. There we go. And then we'll walk around the car. We'll take this, and this has to sit for 5 minutes. And we'll spray her on all the lower panels, and you'll see it doing work here. We'll come across here, and you're gonna let that crystallize. Put it on the tires, the rims, all that jazz. Here we go. And we're gonna let this sit for 5 minutes. Now this is an inorganic acid, supposed to help with decontamination. We're gonna put that on every piece of the car. All the lowers, kind of like a pre-wash. And I'm not gonna spray it off. Put that here, here, and then on the hood. Let's pump it up. All right, so just again, Cerakote. The lower panels are kind of yucky, but the top, sheeting water. We have OP7. That's sheeting water. ADS wheels. Beading. Bead Hero. This is after a couple months, a month and a half, I mean. You can see that here after a month or so. And then the window coating, all doing good. And then we have that is Kronos without a wash. This is just crystal wash. And this is the panel that had both. This is the panel that had both. That's Kronos, that's Cerakote. So Cerakote still has the same behavior. You can see it here. Cerakote, Kronos. There you go. OP7. And that's just after crystal wash. Just spraying off crystal wash. OP7. This is ADS. Look at all that dirt coming off. Look at that beading. You see that beading? Wild. Look. Even the lowers. Even the lowers. That's wild. This is Stoners. So we have sheeting, fast sheeting there. We have beading up here. We have beading up here. Sheeting in the lower. But we saw that last video. This one's still beading in the lower. Armor Detail Supply. This is the test panel for both. So we know that this doesn't get hit as hard as behind the wheels here, because you can see it failing. Right there. Not failing, but it's sheeting real slow. But you can see it wants to break water. But there's the behavior there. You see all that beading? This panel shows what it looked like day one. All right, before we contact wash it, before we spray on any decon soap, just for crystal wash, by the way, busting, it works the way it's supposed to work. It did break up all that dirt before the pre-wash. I could probably just go into a pH neutral soap, get this done, but like I said, I'm gonna go overboard. For the culture, I'm gonna go overboard just so we can remove the excuses that, well, it really wasn't, you know, it needed a decon bath. So rank in order of what I see. Let's talk about wheels. ADS and Ceramic Pro, ADS. We're gonna do ADS for the panel. It's more hydrophobic at the bottom. It doesn't show signs of weak or failure. Kronos number 2, Stoners number 3, and then we're doing Cerakote number 4. Now, we're seeing Cerakote take a little hit on the lowers. I do wanna show that again, so I can show you the bigger picture here, watch. So, you see, it still wants to bead. You see the beading? So I can't call it, see it still wants to bead. I can't call it failed. It's just sheeting like it did day one. Look, it's sheeting like it did day one. If I'm looking for something that hasn't been touched yet or that hasn't seen weakness yet, that's what I'm basing the test off, right? So right now, we know that ADS itself still shows to be like day one. Kronos still holding on to hydrophobics in the bottom one. Stoners number 3 would be number 2 because the top it beads more, if that's the indication of performance. Now it beads more than Kronos top part. And then Cerakote, it doesn't look failed. It doesn't look, it looks like it did a little weaker in the last 2 weeks, just a little weaker in the lower panels, but still holding on strong. So let's do a decon wash. Let's see what's up. All right, we're using Citron. You want to follow the dilutions in the bottle. I'm gonna foam it on, let it sit for about a minute. And the goal of this is a high alkaline soap is to break off any road grime, any salt, anything that I have in the car before my acidic wash. And then I'll do a pH neutral contact wash. Citron could go to Foam Town, but I wanted it to be wet because I wanted to start pulling off grime. That's it for as long as I can, and then I'll spray it off. I am in a controlled environment. I wouldn't let it sit longer in the sun, as in to destroy my paint. But Citron is a good citrus-based soap. It's high alkalinity, does a lot of cleaning power. You can use it as a one and done contact wash, but I'm gonna give you my version of what my 3 pH would have been if Labo wasn't around. And this goal of this is to decontaminate the whole paint, get rid of every piece of grime, acidic, lime scale, salt, get rid of all that crap before we touch the car with Envy. In about 4 minutes, I'll show you the car, spraying off. And as I spray off, we'll talk hydrophobic. So that is Chronos. That's Cerakote. The water behavior is still sheeting. Get that off. How does Chrono react to a high pH soap? There we go. This is Cerakote. Now, some of it's coming back there. The top is still beating, but if you look here, it's turned into a slow sheeter. I did ask Cerakote, how should I wash their car? Usually composite coatings or coatings that don't have SiO2 on it, you want to treat it a little different. I didn't get an answer back, so I'm washing it as I would any ceramic coating to decon it in case the customer came back and said I'm not getting the hydrophobics I had day one. FYI is why I'm doing this. Bead Hero. Bead Hero is actually making a comeback like spandex. We'll see how it does after the acidic wash. But you can see Bead Hero here. You can see that. I misjudged Dr. Beasley. Owner's Pride 7. Right here. Still doing God's work. Ceramic Pro rim. Still hydrophobic. Owner's Pride. Super hydrophobic there. And then ADS. ADS is like, hey, I welcome the shower. Nothing's changed. Stoner. Now you look at the hydrophobics in the bottom. So it was clogged, it's back. Back. You see? It's back. It turned into a beater again, like some women's husbands. And then this is that test panel where everything is showing as intended. Here's the hydrophobics as wild. That's crazy. So yeah, Stoners came back 100%. Stoners never left. Owner's Pride is showing weak on the other side. This one, Bead Hero. Bead Hero's coming in. I'm sorry, Dr. Beasley, I'm sorry, bro. Cerakote, still beating on top, sheeting water rapidly in the bottom. You see that? It didn't bring back all the hydrophobics. It's still sheeting. And then this is Chronos. Let's chat. So, Crystal Wash brought some things back. It did a great job. That high pH soap without a contact wash brought some things back, right? So we know Stoners is back for sure. It's here to stay. ADS is like, holding my beer, I'm not going anywhere. Cronus is like, hold on, Poppy, right? Cerakote's like, I'm the same, just give me time. So to me, ADS, it's gonna be a tie right now between Chronos and Stoners. What I like about Chronos is it does not get clogged as easy as Stoners, but high pH soap on Stoners brought that bad boy back like spandex. I do want to say an apology to Dr. Beasley's. Oh, you know, I'm sorry. If you follow directions, and you put Bead Hero on the right way, it's showing to be promising. So shout out to Bead Hero. I know it's only on the hood. I bet if I put it on the side panels, it'll take a hit. But for being on the hood, going almost 2 months, that was the first decon wash I've done. It's going strong. So we're gonna now use a high acidic soap. You're like, what's the point of acidic? Remove lime scale, remove everything else. This is how I would wash to decon a car for ceramic coating before labo. Fashion, we're gonna let this as long as we can. We'll do the contact wash with NB, and then we'll show you the hydrophobics after the actual contact wash. But let's go here. I don't know why. There we go. Descale sit for a while. I always let it sit for about 3 or 4 minutes. Once most of the soap is off the car, I'll go in with my contact wash with a pH neutral soap. This one's gonna be NB. I'm gonna have all the links to the description below, all the chemicals I use, and some are affiliates, some is to help Jamie out. You can buy them, but Crystal Wash, 10 out of 10, I really enjoyed it. You saw how I took the majority of the dirt out, it was pretty good. So we'll let this sit, and then we'll see where the hydrophobics, we'll see where the hydrophobics leads off. I did use a wider lens because I wanted us to be able to see more of the car when we're doing the hydrophobics. Let me know in the description if you're like, Eddie, I liked it the other way better. This is just so you can see more of the panel when we're doing the water behavior test. Kamikaze sponge, top to bottom. At this point in time, I don't need a 2-bucket method. You're like, Eddie, why? Because I already did a pre-wash, a crystal wash. I'm to the point where the panel's probably clean enough. So I always do the top first, get my glass, come back in, hit the grit guard, then I'll grab the door. As methodical as possible. After that, you see it's still sheeting here, but it's beating there. Let's get the water off of here. Back some stuff in the bottom. This stuff looks here, looks a little weak. It's sheeting pretty slow. Yeah, I'm confused. You see that? So it's not, it didn't bring back any hydrophobics. But then it looks like it's sheeting water pretty rapidly, but the bottom seemed to be gone. Again, they need to get back to me and tell me what they prefer for a wash or how we can wash this coating, because I think Descale just killed it. Now, when I say killed it, I mean it didn't help it out. It made it a little weaker, so I'm not sure how we're gonna maintain this coating. But stay tuned, hopefully they get back to me. I did reach out to them on YouTube. We'll see what they say. But let's get on with the rest of the test. Chronos enjoyed that bath. So back 100%, looking good. My glass coating came back. Like I said, I haven't done a decon wash on this ever. So this was Cerakote, not touched. It didn't have a lot of dirt on it, but look. It's a slow sheeter, for sure. And that is Kronos. OP7. There you go. OP7 looking good. And now this is, like I said, almost 9 months old, 8 months old. March, whenever March was. Bead Hero. And Bead Hero didn't mind the acidic wash. It's doing pretty good. This is ADS. I'm just gonna skip it. You know, it didn't change. It's still hydrophobic as crap. See? Even the lowers. But it was hydrophobic for the wash, so they didn't really need it. This one, there we go. There you go. You see? Right here's a little weak, not sure why. But you see that? But it's still shooting, it's still doing real good. Top behind the rear well is a little weak. And this panel, they both look very strong. We're finished. I finished the car. I washed the car. I deconned the car. I acidic washed the car. Here's my update. Bead Hero for sealant coated. ADS is like, hey guys, listen, I know you're struggling a little bit. Hold my beer. Let me flex for us while Eddie goes around the panel. It's sitting there doing God's work on that panel. Kronos is like, I'm not worried. Just wash me off. Kronos is doing that. Stoner's like, look, fellas, I'm the new kid on the block. Just wash me up a little bit. I came back. It says, I'm here. I'm here. You see me standing. Antoine Fisher. Shout out to Antoine Fisher. Cerakote. I need them to really reach out to me so I could find out how to wash them. I'm not saying that they failed. I'm saying it went worse, right? It's not what it was the first time I washed it. It kind of got worse. I don't think it likes acidic washes. I don't think it likes pH. I don't know, man. Tell me how to wash it. I'll give that number 4. I think it could be a winner for 60 bucks. You could do a car, maybe sell as a 1 year. As a 1 year coating, you'll be fine. But don't promise them 400 washes because every condition, I think Jimbo said that every condition, everyone's state is different. So what's the real world, right? Is mine in the real world? Is Florida the real world? Everyone's condition different. So we're looking for ceramic coating that works for you in your area. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. With that said, video takes a long time to make. Hit that subscribe, hit the subscribe, hit the notification. These products, you can find in the description below. I need a thumbnail. We use Citron. And then we use Crystal Wash from PNS, which certified golden. Great product, by the way. And then we use NV Snow for our pH contact wash. All these have been around for a long time. They've been used, they've been reviewed. So I wanted to use something to give us equal playing ground so I wasn't using things people aren't used to. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Thank you for watching. I can't wait until our next video drops. Probably Christmas Eve. It's gonna be a nice list. We're gonna give you our year-end review of the best products in our categories that we use in the shop. Can't wait to show you that. With that, Eddie Cologne, I'm out.